Suspect. This will work nicely, yes. Mind crush. Oh. Oh. That is a strange dream. Oh, God. Hey, what's up, my tricksters? Forgive me if I still look like an emo kid who just washed out his eyeliner. That stuff is hard to get off. I may have to rethink the makeup. Alright guys, so today's video is going to be an update of my personal dinosaur deck. This one, I don't have certain cards. I don't have access to certain cards due to budgetary restraints, so that's why it's going to look a little bit on the weird side. But, it is what it is, and but I'm going to talk about more about all that stuff as we go further into the video. So, as usual, we have this conversation at the front, we'll have the replay footage in the middle, and then at the end of the video, we'll have the deck profile, where I explain some card choices, and we're going to be going on a very budget-esque route. So, bear with me for that, and, before we go to that replay footage, I almost forgot. We have merch now, so if you guys want to support the channel, check out my Teespring. It'll be in the description. You can buy masks, stickers, t-shirts, all that stuff. We'll support the channel and, let everybody know that you're part of my Tricksters crew. Anyway, guys, let's go check out that replay footage. Alright guys, that was the replay footage. I hope you enjoyed that, seeing the dinosaurs do what they do best. Wreck. Anyway, so today's video is going to look a little bit on the weird side, admittedly, because this deck is my actual dinosaur deck. I felt it was easier to just go ahead and do it with Edo Pro, just for time's sake, because this video probably is going to be, as recording this could be a bit of a long video, so I just decided to go ahead and use Edo Pro. So the first thing is we got the 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. This is pretty standard. Then we got the True King package. I don't have the field spell, so I'm not playing set rotation and the field spell, so I don't have that one. So I don't have the True King, True Draco field spell. So our searchable kaiju, obviously you definitely want to keep this in your dinosaur deck, because this is going to be your out to things like Dragoon. Dragoon is a dangerous monster, and you're going to see it in literally everything. Quatless, it's a spell and trap negate, as well as, searching your pill here, and since I don't have Argosaur, I have to keep it in. So, then we have Pankratops, Pankratops, it's a 1 card, get rid of a back row, or beat over something, it's Pankratops, powerful card. Wish it was more than, 1, but, Konami hates dinosaur players, so, Sci-Frame Driver, this is the brick. Because we are playing the Lost World variant, though, this card does have some kind of, I would say, out of the box play. You can save it from destruction with other, and then of course kill a baby dinosaur. So that's kind of a neat little interaction. It doesn't happen very often, but it's a neat interaction. Obviously, you gotta have your standard, your Giant Rex, your Miscellaneous, your Soul Eating Oviraptor. I hate that I have to play this card, but it's necessary right now. And then, of course, another card I wish I didn't have to play was Sci-Frame Gamma. I'm playing 2 because I opted to still play the 1 Called by the Grave. Most of the time, you're using Gamma as a way to out cards like Ash Blossom or other quick effects on the opponent's side, like when you activate your search spells or your field spell, that kind of thing. And then we've got the babies, they get popped off the True Kings. Also, the True Kings, fun fact, another fun thing that people forget is Vanisher actually has an effect if you destroy 2 fire monsters. So even though I find Ash Blossom to be an insufferable card, but a necessary evil, you can, if you don't need it, you can pop it with it and say Miscellaneous, and then you get a Vanish effect. So I think it's really neat. Double Pill, I only own 1, so I'm only playing 1. And Dark Ruler No More. I would play this at 3, to be honest, but I only have the 2, so that's why I'm playing 2. And then we got Terraforming, Foolish. This is just another word to get to Quatless. Monster Reborn. This is the card I would take out if I was going to play triple, if I had another Dark Ruler No More, but alas, I do not. And then, of course, you got your Cosmic Cyclone, where I opted to decide to side Harpy's Feather Duster. I don't really have a full sideboard yet. This is just a few cards that I was kind of messing around with. I was going 1-1, like 1 Cosmic, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, but there's a lot of back row that still gets too many pluses come off of being destroyed. So for my comfort level, so I decided to just play the Cosmic Cyclones as the main deck outs to things like Mystic Mind. And then maybe hoping that I can also maybe chain a negate card like Overtex or Pankratops. And then if I was going to maybe go up against it for games 2 and 3, then I would definitely side in a Harpy's Feather Duster. Just, if I'm going up against a back row heavy deck. Like I said, we got the 1 Called by the Grave because Konami hates us casuals. So, I've already spoken on this one. I don't need to spoken. It's spooky season. Don't judge me. This one is just this should be at more than 1, but I digress. Then we got the Lost World. This is the bread and butter play. You really want to keep your Lost World because this is what's going to let you play going first. Dinosaurs, especially the way I'm choosing to play it, is typically I'm going to break your board. That is my ultimate goal. Unfortunately, because I am a budget player, I have to play dinosaurs on a budget. So every card I got here, I got pretty much on the cheap, or I got lucky and pulled it. So, or friends help me out. Like with my Cosmic Cyclones and my Sci-Frame stuff. Shout outs to Derek and Edgar. You guys are the reason I even have these cards. So, thanks, thanks a bunch. Also, shout out to my buddy Edwin because he's the other half of. Derek gave me the driver. Edwin gave me the Gamma. It's that point is my friends hooking me up with some of these cards that I needed. Back of course when they were cheap, and I was like, because they don't care if I get a $1 card. And then, of course, like I said, any good cards I have, I either got lucky and pulled them or bought them when they were cheap. So now we're going to look at the extra deck, and it's going to look a little bit funny. We're playing Barricade Board Blocker. I really don't know why I'm playing this card, to be honest. I think it's just really to fill up the graveyard with dinosaurs and maybe protect Lost World. You could cut this for something else if you'd like. Pentastag is necessary. It's one of your OTK outlets. Nightmare Phoenix, you need to get rid of back row. Back row is a pain in the backside, so you need options. We're playing Beauregard Dragon. You could also play Borreload if you wanted to. Like, it really serves the same purpose. You could also play this if you want to, if this is more your speed over this card. The reason why I'm playing this card over this one is because I don't know, it was a budget option, so I figured people might want to see what their budget options were. This card is cheaper than this card. Well, initially it was anyway. It may have been up in value now, but this card basically would put the Dragoon in defense mode, and that would allow this monster to beat over it because Dragoon can't chain to that effect. So also this guy can't be destroyed by card effects, which is the other part of that aspect. Like if Dragoon's on the field, it'll have to beat over him in battle. And then of course the other OTK card we have is Dugaris the Timeless. Also our emergency draw. The 6/6 monster is just really powerful and kind of needed. Excite on Night, and they never see this card coming. It's hilarious. I can't tell you how many, surprise, I just blew up your field. You didn't see that coming. A lot of people don't ever see this card coming, so this is kind of like one of my sneaky plays. It's not a requirement, though. You don't have to play this if you're not comfortable with playing it. You could include something else. This one is a must. Tornado Dragon. It's another option to get rid of back row. Same with Nightmare Phoenix. You obviously want let's put these two guys together. Lagia and Dulka, they're the dinosaur package. Depending on what you're up against, you might want to play more Dulka or Lagia. That's up to you, whatever kind of version you have. If you have the variant that plays the Pod of Extravagance, you probably want to have multiples of these guys because these are your bread and butter plays. I play Ragna Zero because, fun fact, this card just targets, destroys. It's a quick effect. Think of it like a Trident, but also as a draw. As long as their attack is different than their original attack, which is where Lost World comes into play with this card. If we happen to get the two True Kings out there, because if you guys notice, we're not playing Jirak Ayalo. It's you risk too much, in my opinion, playing Jirak Ayalo and making things like high speed Chambara or Trishula. So even though those plays are good plays, don't get me wrong. It's just you're gonna get hit by Nibiru before you get a chance to get at something like Calamities. So in my opinion, I just decided to opt out of it and then say if I happen to open with the amazing hand that lets me go into Calamities with Vanisher and Disaster, or maybe if I draw it and then like Monster Reborn or something, whatever. Point being is, also if you're likely using one of these guys' effects to get them out, you're probably going to plus anyway because you're destroying the baby dinosaurs to go get your Oviraptors, etc. So I'm not too worried about it. If I can make Calamities, I'll make it. If not, I won't. It won't matter. Most of the time I don't. And then we got Gustav Max. This card is the off chance that you have two Ultimate Conductor Tyrannos. This is a burn your opponent for 2,000 damage and take your game without having to swing. Then we got your Cyframe Lord Omega. This is for your Cyframe Gamma package as well as your matchup against the Dogmatica deck. And that's also going to explain why we have Parapractical and Brachioradius. These two cards are really just in here for the same purpose as if we're up against the Dogmatica deck. The thing is they want to destroy your extra deck, right? Well, let's give them cards to destroy that don't necessarily hurt us. That's where Omega, Practical, and Radius. You do not have to play this. If you're more comfortable with it, you can just choose one dinosaur target. I just thought it would be neat to have two, just as an option. Because the idea here is it's going to fuel your other plays, your Miscellaneous, your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, your Double Evolution Pill. That's where these cards are going to get used. They're going to fuel those cards. And Dogmatica is a pain in the ass, so you want to make sure that whatever you're going to lose is going to be useful to you in some form or fashion. So and my thought was, if I couldn't use it, couldn't defend myself with something like, say, because not everybody can do Cyframe Lord Omega, there's tons of options. You can play Nidus too. You can play Cyber Dragon Nova with a invoked Makaba package if that's what you want to do. I'm just showing you that there are other options basically by playing these two cards. You can go for more of a fuel other things. In the case of, like, you say, if you're playing a chaos deck, you could replace these two guys and play a light and a dark you don't mind letting get banished for, like, chaos plays, if your deck facilitates that. All right, guys. Well, this has been my my updated Dinosaur build for 2020. This is my budget-esque variant. This is just me playing with what I have. And so far, so good. The only time, and I am going to say this, if you are playing online, you can expect to brick sometimes because Edo Pro doesn't know how to shuffle. So be prepared. Going first, especially, like if they force you to go first and then you draw like all these guys in the top row, just to go ahead and surrender, go to game 2 and try again. Because this deck is very much going second, or if you want to, if you can build your sideboard to facilitate going first. I'm just letting you know, because you play a lot of these high-level guys, there are risks that you could come into bricks. But I'm just telling you that for full transparency. Anyway, guys, this has been my personal Dinosaur deck. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that everything makes sense, and maybe it helps you guys think outside the box for your own Dinosaur deck, or maybe even any other deck, because like I mentioned, we talked about some matchups. If you guys have any questions or any decks you want to see, put that in the comments below. I'm Bit2000YGO. I'm your Philander Yu-Gi-Oh! Superhero, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.